What do you mean? I take over.
You're still charging me. He's charging me again. I don't get it. They're ignoring him being called out for it. Pistol, same thing as usual.
Sorry.
I can't do anything when he's putting a pistol in my face.
How did I die?
You still got it. Emmy's right there.
Let's go this way.
Nice try. That was good effort. It's a grenade, that's how it just goes.
I can blind fire.
All right, and a small amount of technical difficulties. However, we have resolved them, and we are into it. A little over 30 seconds into the match, and Blue Cheese is off to an early lead, but not by much. Infrared have the point, and they are en route to making a comeback. Bob the Gray finding some trouble on the right-hand side, but there is a stack there and a teammate ready to follow up. That was Saprodium. Saprodium going down as well, unfortunately. Infrared battling it out. Envy this now over at the ammo pack.
Stop running everywhere. Hold the point.
Going to be forced back, but not forced all the way to spawn. Envy this at relatively full health is going to find themselves in a ton of trouble over there at the point under constant pressure, but that is exactly what the pistol is good at dealing with, and Envy this is being a sentinel in that corner. Now WizKid is going to snatch the point back, but Envy this isn't going to let him have it for free. WizKid taken out by Envy this in that exchange. And Envy this is going to sit there in that corner doing what they do best. Bob the Gray now waiting for a respawn. Envy this finding trouble. WizKid on the right hand side going to go down again. Another member of Blue Cheese finds themselves around the corner and is down as well. Envy this doing a great job, 5 and 3 so far this round. Fat Mama, however, with 0 kills and 5 deaths, but with 106 score. Fat Mama is the definition of dying on point and dying for the team, just using that mass of HP to get on point and shoot down onto it, capturing it. Blue Cheese, speaking of capturing, Bob the Gray shooting down onto the point, and now waiting with another member for a push. And Bob the Gray going to find a little bit of trouble there. Looks like Gavin is meat, jumping around the corner, catching Bob off guard. Envy this, pushing another player back. It looks like STW is going to go down. Bob the Gray finding trouble, head bobbing just a little bit, doing a jump. It's not going to be enough though. Bob the Gray is sent back. Now head movement being a classic defensive technique in laser tag. You see it utilized well there. However, when used excessively, it can impact one's aim. Generally, head bobbing is reserved only for use as a last resort. Speaking of last resorts, Infrared at 261 points. 278 now. That is going to be just a little bit over halfway, and they are showing us that they really want to take it to that sudden death round where they will be able to take down Blue Cheese and be the first team to do so this season. Bob the Gray pushing up the stairs, finding multiple people there, getting tons of damage on target, but it's not going to be enough. Envy this, finding a duel with WizKid and being forced back. Another player there behind the stack. And unfortunately, it looks like they fell as well. All of Infrared being sent back for the most part. Blue Cheese now having free reign to do what they want with the point and set up a defensive position. Infrared's momentum has been killed here. Fat Mama rushing onto the point, looking for a capture, but is taken out before they can get to it. Envy this, finding a little bit of trouble. on the point,
I was right here.
but able to fight them back.
And he literally pushed my hand all the way over here.
Now Envy this getting peeked on by somebody else, by Saprodium. And putting the pistol directly to the headband. Envy this chases Saprodium into a corner. Now defending the point in the middle, Envy this picks up another kill. Definitely the star player of Infrared tonight. Envy this is doing a great job, but unfortunately their killing spree is ended by a member of Blue Cheese. Bob the Gray playing a little bit patiently here, it seems. Waiting for members of their team to make a push. Then pushing directly onto the point, finding multiple people and being forced out straight away. Envy this working their way up to the point now, waiting at the ammo box.
We're still really... Oh, sorry, I talk.
Now the upstairs ammo boxes take quite a bit of time to activate as opposed to the downstairs ones which activate immediately upon pressing a button. Envy this gonna find a devastating flank laying directly into Bob the Gray's headband. Bob walking straight back to the point.
There's no point at this
Probably feeling defeated after that one. Envy this finding another battle with WizKid on the point, putting WizKid down as well. He's a one-man army with the pistol. Envy this holding down the point a little more, putting some more damage onto Bob the Gray, but Bob the Gray does find the kill. Now Bob the Gray finding another opponent. Just members of Infrared trickling onto the point. It's not going to be quite enough for the time being, however, and Blue Cheese are maintaining control over the point. Envy this finding a kill on WizKid, it looks like, but Envy this being killed in return. Between players with reactions this quick, sometimes it comes down to the wire and they do trade kills.
Zach on the right! Zach on the right, L.
Now Envy this in a devastating angle, holding down that point, forcing WizKid out, checking to make sure it's safe before pushing onto the point and capturing it. Infrared only needs about 45 seconds more to win this match and take it to the sudden death round. That would be very, very scary for Blue Cheese and the last thing they want. They only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to make a comeback, but really only 30 seconds to take that point back from Infrared. Envy this doing a great job of holding down the point, waiting.
Man, it's just a lot of rules.
I wonder if Envy this has any charges left on that med kit, or is maybe just saving them for if this does in fact go to the sudden death round. They are very, very close to making it. Bob the Gray is sent back again. WizKid making a desperate last push onto the point. Envy this sent back. Oh, I don't know if they know how close they are to winning. If Infrared takes the point one more time, they're going to win, and they do take it. And the buzzer goes off, and Infrared takes round 2 of Hardpoint. Wow, what a comeback. Infrared taking 2 rounds of Hardpoint to Blue Cheese's 2 rounds of Team Deathmatch, and we are going to proceed to the sudden death 1 life round.
Okay.
I don't know whether...
said that you couldn't, and then no one said you could, so.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why.
No, you're good. Oh. Get some too fast for me in this thing.
Yeah, when it's... Deaths don't matter.
Yeah, an unbelievable performance from the players there. We saw Envy this doing a great job of maintaining pressure on multiple targets simultaneously from the point, and we saw Bob the Gray making devastating flanks against members of the enemy team. Some great gameplay there, and honestly innovative stuff coming from 2 of some of the best teams in the league. Now the teams are obviously fairly excited about what is going to happen next. You can see their reaction there. They just found out that that their score is tied and that they will be going to the hardcore match. We're gonna get you some audio there so you can hear their discussion.
I'm shooting in the back. I think it was Winston in the front. Did you see it? I watched it though. I watched it and he was still on.
Every time that you say that I'm dead when I knife you, there's one time where I knifed when I was dead, and it was to him, and I said my bad because I realized that it was. Every time you come up to me, I kill you.
Guys, we are human. Accidents happen. I believe that. Connor's pretty nice.
I'm a very honest person.
But I don't know if I've ever really seen Connor lie. Okay, it might feel that way.
Shout out to DJ Doughboy in the comments. Thank you for all the work you've put in here at Tactical Tag as well.
Reaction time he races. All right, I mean it happens. I'm just saying, and if he realizes it, if you think that it's an issue that needs to be watched, calmly.
Hope you're doing all right.
I'm not gonna listen to you if you go to them all irate. Okay, calmly say, hey, just so you know, I feel like I got knifed a few times while the sniper was dead. Can you just, maybe keep an eye out?
And it's just frustrating for me because I do believe I am an honest player and I do believe we kill each other at the same time. So it's frustrating every time that you die that you're like, dude, you killed me with a knife when you're dead. You storm off.
Over my protector. I come up behind you. You're not looking at me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I hear you coming behind me.
Takes 8 shots to kill him.
All right, Juan, NV, rock, paper, scissors.
I can bring up what I brought up to you.
Oh, yes. So I have reports that one new shotgun kid.
All right, we're likely just a few moments out from our next match, meaning we need to dive into the hard point, or not the hard point rules, but the team deathmatch single rules. This is going to be a head-to-head match. The last team standing will win. Each 5-player team must have one of each class. Now, the sniper will have a knife, the demolition will have their grenade, and the medic will have their med kit. All of these are lethal in this mode because this is just like a regular team deathmatch, except the round timer has been shortened to 6 minutes, and there will be no respawns whatsoever. Meaning, if your team is eliminated, they are gone. If you lose a player, you are down to 80% of a team. Hopefully your medic saves some medkit charges. That being said, we're going to go ahead and give our sponsors a couple of minutes of screen time here. Again, thank you so much to all of our sponsors that help us run this, that help us do this. We are excited to announce that we have a few more local businesses who have chosen to sponsor our league and our awesome players, Old Farmhouse Cookie Company and The Tap. We would also like to thank our existing sponsors, Lone Star Ranch House Restaurant, Ray's Retail Meats, Yakima Family Fun Center, Design 47, The Barn Door, and The Range. Thank you so much for your continued support, and we will be right back with the sudden death single life round. Again, if you like what you see, drop a like, a comment, or a subscription if we've earned it. Thank you to all of our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. You guys are awesome, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for your continued support. If you haven't already, share this with a couple people. It really does help us out a lot. Again, we are halfway through the season and it's time for round 2. The teams are playing each other for the second time this season. Things are sure to get exciting because all of these teams have matched up before and they are now adapting and shaking things up for each of their opponents. And today's schedule consists of Infrared Union versus Blue Cheese, which is who we are watching right now, getting into the finals of. But following this, we have Moonshiners versus Bad Batch, and then last but not least, Operation Remnant versus Rebel Scum. So stay tuned for that. Those are some exciting matches as well. It looks like the players have dove into the sudden death round and have opted for lights out.
Downstairs.
No, we have to.
Over by ammo.
Never like we usually. Just get ready to shoot up there. They have to come all the way down to throw grenades, so we just have to make sure they go.
Here's your ammo!
Just don't pick up the edges.
Put that down. What? Over there. Don't peek once you have to.
Hey, Wiz, if they grenade, just run this way. If they grenade, just run this way. Sprint. Stay there. No.
And a nade has been tossed. It looks like no casualties were reported. The players have 6 minutes remaining. Anything could happen, not a single casualty yet.
Make sure they're not sneaking. Make sure they're not sneaking. So like, go a little closer and see the edge. Hey, what happens if we drop? We drop. Then like that. Hey.
If you can't get the kill, don't kill. Because the worst case means we drop.
Hey, I think I hear him on these stairs.
Worst case scenario, do not die. Worst case scenario, draw. Do not die.
I think I hear him on these middle stairs. I think they may try and grenade us right here. Get ready to run that way. If that's... I hear stairs, middle stairs.
Here's your ammo!
Here, right here.
Yep, make sure you walk behind us.
Here, up here. Here, a lot on me! Above me!
Tell them first.
Hey, what about someone?
Let's make sure they weren't running down this middle and grenade us. Hey, shotgun! Look at the ladder, or look at the stairs behind you. See how they can shoot you from there? So just be aware of that.
Envy this, moving into blue spawn.
Don't go in that middle window.
Heading through blue spawn doorway to blue spawn stairs.
Be vigilant.
Blue cheese appears to be downstairs, setting up a defensive position.
Do not die. No, just do not die, guys. Above us. Shotgun! Shotgun! What's his name?
Garrett.
Garrett. If you get shot, run straight behind those tires. No, with those tires. Tires. Yep.
Notably, I believe Gary Bear is a substitute for Blue Cheese. So Blue Cheese is performing
peek your head out.
with a substitute today.
Yeah, don't peek. Snipers on blue ammo!
That is the tournament admin giving the 2-minute warning.
That's fine. We destroyed them in 3. They barely
The players are notified that they have 2 minutes before the round ends.
At the same time, be ready.
Don't die.
If nobody has yet been eliminated during the sudden death round.
Right here.
Here's your ammo.
Jared, did you pick up a grenade? Supposedly there's one down there.
Slow down. Don't die.
I hear middle.
Don't die, guys.
One by here.
Anything come with us?
45 seconds left and not a single kill.
What's that sound? If you see them, stairs. Don't peek that.
Don't
stairs. Watch for the grenade.
Don't peek.
That's all that can
Do
kill
not
us right
peek,
now.
guys.
These stairs, I think, are here. Hey, Wiz,
Watch out
I'm
behind
gonna go right there.
Watch
That
out behind
door.
you.
I'm gonna go that
That's it
door.
right there.
I'm going to. So stay here. Don't get shot this second. Stay there. Call it out if you see him. No. Just keep watching those stairs. Those stairs.
And that is going to be it. The sudden death round
drop.
is going to end
Good job, guys.
without a victor. We're going to have to consult the referees and the tournament administration, or the league administration, to see how the scoring will be ruled in this case. But I'm sure the players are going to hear for themselves momentarily.
Yeah.
This is the most boring YouTube channel on YouTube right now.
And we were moving.
Alright, so guys,
We got a shooter coming downstairs.
I'm gonna give you guys a choice. See you guys until you're like. I'm gonna give you guys a choice real quick. Alright? Either right now, you guys can take that neither of your teams get points for this match.
Why?
Okay.
Why would we go back to the last
Draw.
game? The last four.
Or, what do you mean the last four?
Out of the 2 and 2.
Why don't we?
Why would we go back to that?
Yeah, we just have 2 and 2 wins.
You have a tie right now.
It's
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna give both. I'm not gonna give both of you guys points. So either that, or we play another team deathmatch. Single life.
Nothing's gonna change because they're not moving.
And you guys kill each other. Or what if we introduce, I don't know if it even helps, but what if we introduce a point in the middle and the first team to get 10 seconds on the point wins?
Where? Upstairs or
You
downstairs?
guys start upstairs, the point's downstairs in the middle.
First one to get there?
The first one to get 10 seconds on the point.
That seems
With
like
a single
a.
life.
That seems pretty.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I think you revert back.
That's just a run.
Maybe we'll talk revert back to last part.
No, it's not. It's just pretty much
Maybe those two, and we beat them twice. But we handled them the last two, and they barely beat us. Okay, let's do this
Because
again.
that's not how that.
And that's not, it's not our fault though. We're the one moving.
You didn't handle us the second one. We got 4 minutes.
Gamers.
It's about even.
Daniel, come on in here. How do we get?
You're moving.
All
upstairs. You
right,
didn't go
while they
downstairs. You
are
moved downstairs.
figuring that out, we are going to go ahead and review the team deathmatch single life rules, just in case they opt to play it again. It is a head-to-head. The last team standing wins. Each 5-player team must have an assault, a support, a sniper, a demo, and a medic. The sniper wields a knife, the demolition packs a grenade, and the medic has a med kit. No respawns, and only ammo depots are going to be active. Hopefully the medic saves some uses of their med kit, because they're going to need it if they want to survive this round. Now, it's uncertain whether or not the players have opted to play another game of Team Deathmatch Hardcore, but for the moment we are going to give the screen to our sponsors, and we will be right back when we have the official ruling from the league administration. So don't go anywhere, and we will be right back into the action. It sounds like the players are in fact going to have the opportunity to play another Team Deathmatch Hardcore single life format game for all of the marbles. This is it. Now this round, the referees will have been instructed to continuously herd the players closer together. If a player remains in one spot for too long, they will be forced to move at the referee's discretion. Hopefully, some action will be presented to us in the following game. And we are going to watch two of some of the most mechanically and technically talented teams duke it out here today. Now again, these matches tonight are matches that have already occurred this season. These teams are facing off against each other for the second time. So we are seeing lots of new strategies that have been developed between Game 1 and Game 2. Lots of exciting opportunities for change and development. Without further ado, it looks like the players are moving into their spawn zone, so we are going to unmute their helmet cameras and get into the action.
I'll talk to Chris.
So when you start, line on the green side. All right?
Yeah.
I think we're fine as long as we're moving.
It's like this.
Hey, stay with your partner. Do you want Gavin for
No,
this?
he's fine. You have
Okay.
too long range. You
Stay
need
with your partner, guys. Stay with your partner. So you're with me. As long as you're moving, that's all that matters, I think. Guys.
So the end of that hallway where
And I've just been informed by the tournament or the league administrator that the referees have been instructed to push the players every 60 seconds out of the room that they are currently in.
Oh no, because of the grenade.
And the referees are equipped with knives capable of deleting a player instantly if they are found to be in violation of this rule for too long.
Where? I guess. Yeah.
People in L! By ammo, right ammo! Sniper's in there! Sniper's moving forward! He's back in our spawn! Spot!
What?
Push this forward. It was past a minute.
Someone's shooting.
Past a minute, and then it's
Go right there. No, you gotta go fast. Connor, I said fast, dude. No, we gotta stay together.
The audible and visual chaos added to the tactical tag arena this season, courtesy of a lot of volunteer effort. Looks amazing and sounds amazing with the alarm blaring in the background. It is very confusing for the players.
Just play normal. Play normal. Where?
Blue Cheese is going to find a kill. Queso Fresco eliminating Fat Mama, and suddenly Infrared is in trouble.
Why not? What about the spawn? Spawn is different than right here, right? Where are okay areas right now? Where are okay areas right now? No one went downstairs. This ammo should be good, right? I think you killed somebody though. Okay. Let's roll. Let's go.
No, middle and they're blue. So they're stuck on green?
Is one set?
One.
No. It's just...
Not this middle,
Stay
but
here,
two of the
stay here,
sides.
stay here. H is dead.
Infrared now down a player, realizing they are going to have to make a push immediately.
This is fine. It's middle, the middle, and the far side.
Are
Or maybe not.
Working
If
here?
Infrared has assumed that Fat Mama took
Don't get sniped.
an opponent with them,
Yeah, I can't.
they
We can't
could be
leave this
playing
side.
from behind, assuming they're playing on even footing.
Downstairs, and yes, one of them knocked.
So then they have to go that way. So what do they have?
The players do
there's
not
three
have
spots, you
access
just
to the
told us.
scoreboard in the same fashion
Right?
that we
This
do,
side, middle, and that side.
meaning they have no idea how much time is left, and they're not even positive how many members of their team are alive, unless that is something being communicated.
He put his head down. I can't shoot him.
Lots of action, gunfire breaking out. Bob the Gray finding some trouble. Looks like incoming shots. Bob the Gray is going to be sending some back. Looks like three kills picked up from Blue Cheese. 2 members, only 1 member of Infrared remaining.
You can run through. Neither can you.
Envy this. Down to no HP now, unfortunately. All of Infrared have been eliminated.
We're good everywhere we were.
Well,
We
we
can
play,
chase
'cause that's
people.
not true.
We can chase people.
Hey,
Maybe a little bit of rules issues there. But the players are going to get a set sorted out, and the tournament or the league administrator will issue a ruling. In the meantime, we are going to go ahead and give the screen to our sponsors while we figure out the ruling and gear up for a post-match interview. Unfortunately, that came to a little bit of an anticlimactic end, but in the meantime, it looks like there was a gigantic firefight, and Blue Cheese has, unofficially, it looks as though Blue Cheese has taken the victory. Again, don't go anywhere. We will be right with you with a post-match interview. And then following that, we still have 2 more matches this evening. Up next, Moonshiners versus Bad Batch. And then after that, Operation Remnant versus Rebel Scum. But before that, I am joined by members of multiple teams here. It looks like Blue Cheese has just stepped into the casting booth.
And infrared.
Yeah. Excellent. So we're going to proceed directly into our post-match interview. Let's talk about that match, guys. How was that?
It was a good match.
Yeah, it was good.
How
Very,
was
very intense. Getting ready for the tournament now.
Yeah.
So
We were kind of told the 2 refs had 2 different
yeah.
game plans in their head as far as the rules go. So we were told if we didn't go downstairs there at the end that we'd all be dead. So and they were told that they sought areas downstairs, which didn't make sense. Otherwise, they would have been upstairs. You know what I mean?
I think we could confuse the refs by pushing everywhere because we were everywhere. We weren't just in one spot.
Well, yeah.
And I get what Owen did to you guys. He like called this spot out and pulled you guys out, and then called the next spot out, and he just kept doing that to you guys. And our ref, I guess, should have probably done the same.
Well, see, since we were middle, and I went to go on this side hallway, and Owen grabbed me, was like, "You're gonna die. Go. You can't be here." So we couldn't even go on that side.
Oh, okay.
And we were on blue in the first minute.
Yeah.
And they told us we had to move all the way out of the whole spawn.
Did he show you the timer and everything? Because our ref would show us. He'd be like, "Hey,
No,
you know how the time was."
he'd be like, he'd count down like he was told to. But like I said, you guys learned that. I'm not taking nothing from you guys, and it's just gonna be fun. And
honestly, both our teams, we had a lot of crybabies on our team, on both our teams, man.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
So it was kind of tough.
So what I and what everybody else saw there was an awesome match between 2 of some of the top teams in the league. Towards the end there was a bit of a rules issue. I think that was just because a ruling had been issued that was just kind of impromptu that could maybe use some refinement in the future. Yeah. Definitely is worth looking at hardcore team deathmatch in the future to see if we can do some rules revisions regarding that. Let's talk about, the team deathmatch rounds went pretty handily to Blue Cheese. So what was your strategy for those?
Honestly, we really didn't have a strategy. We just know how infrared plays, and we just try to counter off of that. That was the best thing we could do at the moment. We didn't get to practice all week like we wanted to. I mean, we tried to get together.
Yesterday we tried to come in and scrimmage to each other.
Yeah.
And for those out of the loop, the league players are always on the Discord, conversing, talking about when they want to scrim, when they want to come down to the tactical tag arena and practice. It's always good fun to do that, and you can sharpen your skills at the same time. And Blue Cheese is a team that is famous for doing that more than any other team. And so...
and you can see that.
Yeah.
They're a very good team.
Infrared's got that communication, though. And they know their points, like, really well. Like, they know what each one has to do, and I applaud you guys at that, because you guys are really good at that.
When it comes to teamwork and attacking from a stack, you guys are... there is no parallel. There's no team that parallels your skill in that regard. You guys are the best at stacking up and formulating pushes. That is, without a doubt, your specialty. And I feel like it has been really since season 1. But you guys have just continued. Infrared has just continued to improve and adapt upon that over time. You won both King of the Hill matches, and that was a comeback. And unfortunately, you didn't end up coming back in the end in the hardcore mode, but you did take those 2 rounds, and that is definitely that is something to be proud of. What was your strategy going into those?
Run. We had a little bit of conversation about what we're each gonna do, and not to put too much out there, but basically, like he said, we've played a lot with each other, so we kind of already know. And then what we're really good at is rotation. Like if they push hard one side without even saying it, and someone sees it, one of the other guys will rotate from the other side to counteract their hard push.
Right.
And it's just the way. And we got in the center, and I feel in that round King of the Hill, if you can lock down center, that's it.
Yeah, and you being the pistol player are you're the best equipped player to really be doing that. Aside from Fat Mama, who we saw went strongly negative in those rounds, but Fat Mama was accumulating the most points, just making sure that he was dying on point every single time and capturing those.
And not taking it from us, but there was a referee issue on their side in those rounds.
Yeah.
I was blind firing a lot, and their ref told them that we weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But our ref, we knew we could, and our ref told us we could because we confirmed it with him. So then there was that issue. So then they were mad at that, and then they're trying to figure that out. So who knows? They might have came back and got that one. But
and we had a new ref today.
Yeah.
And so stuff like that. It was like, yeah, it was tough.
And the pistol, for the audience, the pistol is one of the better weapons for blind firing. It is a weapon that actually, one of its strengths comes from its ability to blind fire safely, not having a sensor on the end of the barrel where it can be targeted. The pistol player is able to hide behind a wall and fire at opponents with relative ease. And unfortunately, it appears we had a miscommunication as to the ruling in that regard, but we'll get that sorted out for the next round.
And I just want to say something real fast. Like, even though we had these rule issues, for him to step up and become a ref like this isn't easy. Like, you might look on there and it seems easy, but you have 5-10 people coming at you all at once, and we're all wanting to win, so we're like yelling. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the refs. We should have been the last match.
I want to give him credit though.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's hard, but
believe me, I have to keep track of you guys, and I have the help of cameras and a scoreboard, so I can't imagine how difficult it is for the referees. It is a difficult thing to do, to get out there and try to keep your eyes on all these players at the same time.
And trying to control our team as well.
Absolutely.
Like, I know Morgan had a tough time and I had a tough time, and everyone was just kind of complaining, and it's like, hey, we got to stay calm, and that was tough. That's why we did pretty well in the first 2 rounds, and then, I mean, I think we've only lost one time at King of the Hill, like 1 round. And so that's the first time we've actually ever lost King of the Hill.
Wow.
Like that. So I applaud you guys for that. That was
Thank you.
Great job, Infrared. And great job to our referees. All of their effort is volunteer. So, again, a very special shout out to you guys. Is there anything else that either of you would like to add before we conclude this interview?
All I know is tournament's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're looking forward to that too. That is going to be fun.
And we
you
got
guys
better.
are teams to watch, honestly.
Yeah, and we got better because we would practice with Infrared. Even though they would like kick our butts every single time, we just kept practicing with them, and that's how we got better. So we play better teams, knowing we're going to get annihilated, but it's the only way we're going to get better. So for these other teams out there, they really need to practice with better teams.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you guys are out there wondering how you could get better at laser tag, how you could up your game, you just heard it from Blue Cheese themselves. Please come down here, practice, have fun, join the league if that's something you're interested in. This is something that anybody can do. Check us out at tacticaltagyakima.com. This has been our post-match interview. Is there one more thing you wanted to add before we get out of here?
No, just if someone wants to come down and play either laser tag or join league, you can message Chris and they'll get a hold of us if you guys have questions. If you want to play pistol, if you want to play AR, like there's so many different varieties you could do, but we're willing to help. Just give us a call.
Always. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And ask us about the Discord. Maybe we'll see about getting some Discord invitations for viewers. And so look forward to that in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be right with you.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for checking out our stream today. Thank you for not tuning away before our next match, which is going to be Moonshiners versus Bad Batch. This is an exciting one.
a couple of teams that have made massive improvements throughout the season. We are going to see them compete here today. Before that, though, we would like to give a quick shout out. We are excited to announce that we have a few more local businesses who have chosen to sponsor our league and our awesome players. Old Farmhouse Cookie Company and The Tap. Thank you so much for joining us and for helping us make this a possibility for all of these awesome players. We would also like to thank our existing sponsors, Lone Star Ranch House Restaurant, Ray's Retail Meats, Yakima Family Fun Center, Design 47, The Barn Door, and The Range. Again, thank you so much for your continued support. And if you like what you see, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if we've earned it. Share with as many people as you like, and we'll be right with you with the program. With just a few minutes to begin, the players have in fact positioned themselves in front of their spawn. Just a few seconds, that is, to begin. And the players are into it. The names on the cameras are not correct yet. We will have that straightened shortly. In the meantime, Moonshiners versus Bad Batch, round 1, team deathmatch.
Who's hitting me? Someone's hitting me. I got it. You good? Yeah, go ahead.
The sniper right there.
I see their sniper.
Here, ready? Let's run. Oh. Ready? Switch.
Kill their pistol.
I hit him. Oh, right. I hit him. I got you, though. I got shot. It's me. You killed two. Daddy, chill. Oh my god. Thanks for the patch up, Doc.
All right, and we are back. We have those camera names fixed now. Nug on the right-hand side, Mr. Moon on the left. Bad Batch finding themselves in a little bit of trouble early on.
Be careful, their sniper.
The score disparity is not that bad. Moonshiners at 9-2. Bad Batch are able to make a comeback handily here, and we have seen them do it before. Mr. Moon creeping up on the right-hand side, the pistol player and the submachine gun player ready to support. It looks like that would be Nate the Great and Dr. Flamingo, but it looks like a massive gunfight is going to ensue, but Nug peeking out from under the stairs, able to confirm multiple kills, massive damage on multiple members of Moonshiners. Mr. Moon's gonna chuck that grenade and wait for the kill. Unsure if it found anybody. It looks like it didn't. Nug peeking around the right-hand side. Mr. Moon and Nate the Great pushing directly in. Nate the Great eliminated almost right away, but Mr. Moon still has a little bit of HP. Not for long. Sent back immediately, however. Bad Batch healing back up. Nug ready for another push. Multiple members of Bad Batch at the ammo. Nug pushing in and holding that center room. Bad Batch keeping that middle room under control now. Mr. Moon pushing towards it, is going to run past the ammo. Unsure if Mr. Moon was able to pick that up, but they do find a target in the corner. Nug forced back to the ammo and finds Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon pushing directly up. He's going to find Nug at the ammo box, get a cheeky shot, and Nug is sent back. Hurt, but not dead. With 60 HP, Nug is still in the fight. Moonshiners up 11-6. Not as much of a lead as they had before. Bad Batch could pull this back with just 2 more kills. Nate the Great at low HP. Theron gonna go down.
Moonshiners finding themselves in a tricky spot. 9-10. 11-9. The score is swinging back and forth. Mr. Moon pushing up the right-hand side. Nug there to meet Mr. Moon, holding down that wall. Placed at the top of the stairs since the start of Season 2, it has become a favorite position for many Blue players. It is very dangerous to be on green team and catch somebody hiding behind that wall, but Nug pushes up even further into the center room. Mr. Moon coming around the right-hand side. Nug is going to run directly into Mr. Moon and catch a lethal shotgun blast to the noggin, but Mr. Moon was sent back. Bad Batch have collected their lead and are looking to widen it. Just under half of the match left. Nug finding a comfy spot behind that wall to sit down and suppress the enemy with that submachine gun. Now, if I'm a player on Bad Batch or on Blue Team, it is very difficult to hold down that wall that Nug was just behind. Unfortunately, as soon as you see Nug leave it, they get sniped, but Mr. Moon is being pushed both up the stairs, or unfortunately just through the spawn. Another teammate moving up the stairs.
Did you guys kill him? Oh shit.
Sees Mr. Moon and walks around. Mr. Moon being forced back to spawn, but Nug finding a little bit of trouble in blue corner, confirming the kill, making it out just barely, but Bad Batch is ahead of Moonshiners as of right now. Mr. Moon able to pick up a kill on Lethal Lily before being sent back themselves. Nug also waiting for a respawn. Both helmet cam players waiting downstairs. Mr. Moon looking for a cheeky angle across the mirror, something that has been restricted a little bit with the addition of more walls downstairs, but that angle is as devastating as ever. Mr. Moon looking for another target, able to find Nug downstairs, and Mr. Moon catches him off guard. This is a dangerous spot for the pistol, having to contend against the shotgun. Nug moving with crazy agility, scampers up the stairs as fast as possible, and he's gone. Mr. Moon unable to chase Nug up the stairs. Wow. Mr. Moon, unfortunately, unable to confirm that kill. Nug able to escape to continue holding down the center. Now, this is something that all teams want to do in any game mode, is hold down the center of this top room. It is the deadliest position in the tactical tag arena, and control of it is paramount to success.
Hey, sniper,
I'm good, I don't need you. Save it.
Nug looking around that right angle, anticipating a charge. In fact, gets the prediction and puts damage on target. Mr. Moon looking to push up the same angle. Nug is in trouble now. Nate the Great getting into a gunfight with Nug and winning, using the pistol's excellent blind fire capability, as we detailed with Blue Cheese and Infrared in the interview. You see it there, and Nate the Great takes advantage of it for multiple kills. Now, Mr. Moon unfortunately was sent back by a knife. That's a thing you don't like to see. It's always frustrating being a player trying to push in and being sent back immediately by the sniper knife. Mr. Moon and Nug get into a little bit of a fight there. I think Mr. Moon believed they were eliminated. Unsure whether or not they actually were. However, Nug was not and rotated back to safety. Nug now waiting at the ammo pack. Very low on ammo. Mr. Moon's going to come in. Nug is within one-shot kill range of Mr. Moon. This push is incredibly dangerous. All Mr. Moon had to do was turn around, but Mr. Moon finds themselves eliminated again, frustratingly, with a 3-10 KD. Bad Batch up 35-10 with only 10 seconds left in the match. Moonshiners have no chance of coming back for this round. But anything is possible, and we could see them come back and win round 2. Now, Bad Batch, being a rookie team this season, and Moonshiners with 1 season of veterancy, Bad Batch are a little bit of an underdog, so seeing them take a round so handily against Moonshiners, only struggling a bit there at the beginning, is very impressive.
Look at you. That was good. That was good.
I know that my face is way further away like this right here.
Mary carried us that round.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Wonderful. Oh my God.
All right. And now the referees and administration are going to address the players directly. Now that was a very impressive match from Bad Batch. Honestly, from the way Moonshiners were performing, I'd have expected them to take it, but Bad Batch, displaying their innate mechanical ability, are able to put shots on target with consistency. And being newer players without the veterancy and without the map knowledge make up for it in skill alone. And that could be a terrifying prospect to consider as a Moonshiner.
Everyone's defending him.
Alright, is there anything else, guys? Cool your heels. Cool your heels.
I mean, come on, if we know pink. He don't know pink, apparently.
Good game, guys, good game.
Yeah, who won that one?
We did, guys. It was close. I think it was close.
Yeah, not too.
It was 30-11.
I was trying.
I don't know who killed it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you.
I don't know how to watch that.
You're welcome.
What was the kill spread on that
Did you
one?
guys, did you guys get sights and everything?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, because I just realized I never put sights
there's
on.
2 on each of
What's
us.
the kill spread on that? Like,
I put them on.
Oh, you put them on. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I just realized, like, wait a second, I didn't put any sights on.
Good job. Good job.
25 divided by 3.
so, like,
Yeah, like 8, there's a friendly killer there somewhere, it sounds like.
It was probably local liability.
I ain't shot no teammates. I got shot by teammates again.
I did shoot him.
All right, and the match start cue will be played momentarily, meaning the players will be marching out to their spawns for round 2. Now, for the record, Bad Batch did in fact take round 1, upsetting Moonshiners, the team with 1 season of veterancy. Bad Batch being a rookie team themselves this season with promising skill.
Keep this ammo protected over here. This ammo is easier to get to. Whew.
This side again, this is a whole thing.
Let's go left. Let them meet us.
Yeah, they are.
They might be downstairs.
They might.
They're downstairs.
Yep. I just got shot from
Right here, right here.
downstairs. I don't need help though. I'm doing okay.
Yeah, dude, I have a shotgun. It's about 20 feet less.
I can't hit him.
I have to be in their face. Nah. The shotgun's a bit shorter. SMG does have a bit more range.
Keep the high ground.
But
A little bit of confusion amongst a couple of the players there. However, Moonshiners is off to an early lead, up 5 to -1. They are showing that they are, in fact, the team with more veterancy, and they are here to win.
He's dead. He's dead. Pull back, pull back. Let's keep the high ground. I got help. I got help.
Where are they? Nathan.
Watch them creeping the stairs and knifing. Yeah. High ground is always the better to have.
Mr. Moon creeping up the blue stairs with a number of other teammates. Nug realizes something's up and is pushing into the corner, running into multiple members of Moonshiners. That is big trouble, and Nug realizes it, getting sent back almost immediately, but not before dealing a sizable amount of damage.
You killed the pistol. Oh, you're good.
Hit him. Nice. Did you get it? I heard a man down. Yeah, 60.
Talk about Mr. Moon with 2 kills and 0 deaths. Unfortunately, I jinxed it there to Mr. Moon. 2 kills and 1 death, performing very well on camera for us today. Moonshiners still maintaining a slight lead of 9-6. That is a 1 kill lead.
I snuck up behind him.
A single kill from Bad Batch would lead this tied 8-8.
They've been sitting over there.
Uzi, make it.
Nug pushing up that left-hand side. None of the Moonshiners seem to realize that there is a problem yet.
Right side, sniper on the right. Excuse me. Are you kidding me?
Mr. Moon getting pushed, unfortunately getting sent back, but catches the respawn immediately. Nug holding down the ammo on their own side, seeming to be just a little bit trapped at 80 HP, just waiting for a little bit of health regen before initiating another push. Mr. Moon receiving a heal from a teammate. That would be Nate the Great, doing a great job utilizing that med pack to keep his team alive. Nate the Great pushing now alongside Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon opting to take a different flank, pressuring the ammo. Nug is going to find themselves in trouble right now, and Nug knocks out Mr. Moon with a barrage from the SMG and another teammate as they are retreating behind Mr. Moon. Moonshiners finding themselves in trouble yet again. Bad Batch up, but only by 1 kill. We're about halfway into the match now, and this really could go anywhere. Bad Batch took last round, but it could be anybody's game. We have seen thus far this round that Moonshiners are holding their own. Mr. Moon pushing up the right-hand side. There comes the heal. Multiple enemies waiting for them there at the ammo. Mr. Moon sent back now. Nug waiting in the center room, finding another member of Moonshiners, tagging them out real quick, as finding Nate the Great from Moonshiners, but running out of ammo or overheating and being forced to wait. Unfortunately, the submachine gun is prone to that on occasion, and Nug is knocked out while standing behind cover. Unfortunate. Awesome Possum from Moonshiners likely being the culprit of that kill. 4-1, an impressive KD ratio as a sniper. Bad Batch up by 4 points, but a massive gunfight breaking out in the back corner. Mr. Moon and others pushing down Nug. It is going to be enough, but was it worth it? It looks like multiple members were sent back, and Bad Batch remains ahead, albeit not by much.
Is he in the right lane?
Mr. Moon conversing with the team, strategizing, beginning a push up the right-hand side. We're seeing Mr. Nug now.
Left side.
We are seeing Nug now rotating around the opposite side of Mr. Moon. Pushing now across, directly across into the line of fire. Gonna run into the entire team. Nug looking to put as much damage on target as possible, but Nug is not going to find any of it. Subdued Vapor will fall, and Nug will go down as well. However, Bad Batch fired back with a couple kills of their own, cleaning up Theron and Mr. Moon in the resulting firefight. Awesome Possum is at low HP as well, and will be reluctant to peek in the near future. Bad Batch up by 2 kills, and that could change at any second. Nug now in a gunfight against multiple people on the left-hand side trying to defend Greenspawn is forced back.
Could have been killed.
That nade.
Maybe not. Nug is at full HP after that gunfight. I believe they were injured and respawned immediately upon reaching the point. Mr. Moon pushing back up to the middle, but Nug is being pincered from both sides by members of Moonshiners. Mr. Moon getting ready to join the push. They're pushing up to Bad Batch's spawn. Only that wall. Mr. Moon from tearing into Bad Batch's backline. Now, 1 minute left, and this game is still very close. It could go in anybody's direction. Bad Batch maintaining a slight lead, but we've seen Moonshiners take it back, and they can. Mr. Moon holding down that right-hand side flank, pushing up to the green spawn. One team member of Bad Batch sent back, and just like that, Moonshiners is up by 5 points, but Bad Batch has enough time to make a comeback. 22-14. Moonshiners are showing that they are here to win. If they take this round, it will be tied 1-1, but Bad Batch still has plenty of time to fire back, and fire back they do, returning the score 19-21. Mr. Moon is sent back. Nug finding themselves in a little bit of a precarious position, low on HP, but thanks to Subdued Vapor, they are healed right back up. Nug holding down that center room, looking for some more trouble. It looks like Nug has been having overheating issues with the submachine gun this round. That is a trait intrinsic to the submachine gun only and is used to balance its high rate of fire and damage. That being said, Moonshiners are barely able to edge out over Bad Batch. Bad Batch putting up a much better fight than a lot of teams would, but it is not going to be enough for Moonshiners. And that was a very, very close match. Moonshiners are going to tie this up 1-1, but are they comfortable enough with a win that close? We are going to see the players' reactions.
It was like a kill difference, yeah.
So we're trying to push into you, and you being able to hold one side where you can push in with just a sniper is really frustrating. Hey, welcome.
Okay. Well, we got it. It was a good game. I had more fun that time.
You broke even on score time. Good job.
Yeah, dude, it's tough. Shotgun can be hard. You're doing really good, Shotgun.
Act like everybody has COVID. 6 feet, man.
Okay.
I get close when I have COVID.
Yeah.
All right, and that concludes both of the team deathmatch rounds. Now, the teams are tied 1-1, meaning these hardpoint rounds are going to be incredibly important. It is going to be a head-to-head, and the first team to 5 minutes, having captured the point, wins. The players work as a team to capture the hard point and accumulate 5 minutes first. This is done by firing their weapon down on top of a small tower or totem centered upstairs in the center room. Now, when a player fires down onto that, it will slowly change color and eventually convert to their team's color, whereas it works like a chess clock and will begin ticking up towards their score. 100 points is equivalent to 1 minute, and as per the team deathmatch rules, each team is going to have one of each class. The sniper is going to have a knife, the demolition is going to have their grenade, and the medic is going to have their awesome med kit. Unlimited respawns, all respawns will be active, and this game mode does have an extended timer of 11 minutes. Let's get into it. We saw last round some exciting gameplay between Blue Cheese and Infrared. Now, Bad Batch and Moonshiners being teams with a little bit less experience, that will probably translate into a little bit of a slower game compared to what we saw in Infrared versus Blue Cheese. Nonetheless, Moonshiners have been working on aggressive strategies in the past
to take on teams in the extra modes. So we are excited to see what they have been working on. The players are now finishing gearing up. It looks like the scoreboard is just being put up now. So we are going to go over to their cameras and see where they are at on that. Now you can see down there on the bottom right hand corner of Nug's camera, and an awesome shot from Mr. Moon of the entirety of Bad Batch. But on the bottom right hand corner there of Nug's camera, you have that blue flashing tower, totem, objective, whatever you want to call it, but it's there. And when that shoots, it will, or when that is shot by a player from a range of less than 6 inches or so, it will change to their team's color and begin awarding them points. Now the players are gearing up and heading out towards their spawn, so we're going to unmute their headsets and listen to their strategy.
Spawn downstairs, it's just, you don't do that. Hey, we got 20 seconds. Spawn up. Hey, you guys, try to stay upstairs. This is an upstairs game mode.
You could have gone in between rounds. I'm the only one who can't.
You stay back with Trav and cover all these
My
points
legs are a
back
bit
here.
tired from Travis.
You can hit them from those stairs over there. You can go over there.
You and Travis focus on keeping them.
Let's go left. I feel like they're gonna rush. Let them die as they come in.
And we are right into it. A massive firefight breaking out directly over the point as anticipated. Mr. Moon flanking around the right-hand side. Moonshiners now on the what is considered to be advantageous green side. Bad Batch taking up the blue side. Now the teams are tied, so whichever team wants to win it here needs to take both rounds of hardpoint. Otherwise, they will be sent to the sudden death round. And speaking of death, Nug trading with multiple members of Moonshiners on the point and being sent back. Moonshiners doing a great job of holding down that center position. Bad Batch are going to need to formulate a better strategy if they want to hold that point down.
Nice job, nice job. Nice job, Seth. Hold it.
Moonshiners with multiple people on point now. It's a risky strategy, leaves you vulnerable to the enemy grenade, but their clock is ticking up. They already have close to 100 points. But anything could happen. Bad Batch trying to push through that doorway. Mr. Moon landing shots on target. Another shot on target. A massive 50 damage every time Mr. Moon points that weapon at somebody. Another hit on target sends Nug back, and Mr. Moon just dominating. With 3 kills already this round, Mr. Moon going to land more damage onto another target. And Mr. Moon is off to a spree defending this point. Now paying attention to Nug over on Bad Batch. What are they doing to make their pushes count? We're going to see Nug push now, or appear to formulate a push with a teammate around the left-hand side. And a nade comes out, putting all of that on hold. All 5 players on Bad Batch dying simultaneously. Some to the grenade, unknown how many exactly, but it could have been all of them. Moonshiners now with 200 points are a little under halfway towards meeting their goal. Mr. Moon taking a beating, being sent back off of the point. This is Bad Batch's opportunity. If they have people alive, they can move on to the point.
Ready. Yes.
Looking over at Mr. Moon, making a push with a teammate. It looks like Nate the Great. Moonshiners are going to maintain control over the point. Mr. Moon pushing onto blue spawn, using that doorway as brilliant cover.
Get it capped.
Looks like a little bit of confusion there from Moonshiners as Mr. Moon is team killed by Nate the Great. But Mr. Moon secured a kill in the process. reclaiming that point just a little bit harder for Bad Batch. Nug sneaking onto the point now, and it looks like Bad Batch do in fact have the point. They were able to reclaim it while Moonshiners were all low on HP. Mr. Moon receiving instructions from a teammate. It looks like multiple people were inside. Mr. Moon trying to defend a teammate, realizing the shotgun doesn't have that much effective range. If Mr. Moon would only look into that doorway, they'd see Nug shooting at a teammate, causing a lot of trouble. And Mr. Moon charges through, but it's not enough. Not able to secure the point. They are gunned down by Nug. Now we see on Nug's camera, utilizing that position in the corner excellently. Unfortunately, Nug is tagged out by somebody. Mr. Moon pushing up the right-hand side, finds a target, one shot on target, two shots with the shotgun, third shot misses, and unfortunately Mr. Moon is sent back. That is such an issue with the shotgun, and a trick to being the shotgun player. A lot of times the shotgun is used as a peek and shoot weapon because that interval between shots is so long. If you miss a shot versus one of the high damage per second weapons, you are in for a world of hurt. Mr. Moon, however, peeking very effectively, showing there how head movement can keep you safe, and tagging out somebody brilliantly at the ammo box. Nug catching a quick respawn, going to rotate up the right-hand side, or up the left-hand side instead, opting to take a more direct path towards the objective, shooting onto the objective. It is going to begin the capture process, and Nug finds multiple people. Unfortunately, because of the radiation damage that Nug took earlier from being too close to the point, Nug was killed almost immediately. Moonshiners, though, are not doing so hot themselves, missing 3 members waiting for a respawn. Flamingo King didn't even catch it, waiting another 10 seconds for a respawn. That is a huge deal. Multiple Moonshiners down at all times means that they are trickling into spawn. Nug putting shots around people in that vulnerable wall right there. That wall, often thought of as a powerful strategic position, has a lot of weaknesses, and you can see Nug utilizing them from the inside of the central box. Mr. Moon, waiting for a respawn now, is going to get the respawn alongside Theron. Bad Batch firing down onto the objective, going to capture it for themselves. Moonshiners at 400 points are dangerously close to winning. They only need 1 more minute of capture time. Bad Batch needing 3 minutes are in for some work, but they can do it. Moonshiners lighting up a member that passes too close into the battle box in the center. Nate the Great and the Flamingo King performing excellently this round. Are they going to be able to carry Moonshiners to a victory here? That click is a terrifying sound for any laser tag player. I felt it in my gut when I heard it. That is the iconic sound of running out of ammo. Happens to the best of us. Unfortunately, Mr. Moon getting knifed to the face by Chief. Now, Chief with a 2 and 8 KD ratio is very good with that knife, so you're seeing a lot of kills from the knife on Chief, but they are not necessarily registered towards Chief's kills. This is a unique interaction between the knife and the grenade. Or this is a unique interaction that the knife and the grenade have with the scoreboard.
You need to just get back in there and take it again.
Moonshiners have the point. It's possible they don't even know they've lost it, or it's possible they think that they've lost it and aren't pushing it, but Bad Batch aren't looking to claim it for themselves, and the match is going to end in Moonshiners' favor, 2-1. Some exciting gameplay.
Now, if I'm Bad Batch in this situation, losing hard point on the blue team is not that low of a blow. Honestly, it is something that happens to the best of us. Blue team is notorious for having a far more difficult battle upstairs. That being said, if you were having high hopes of winning on the green team, you were probably hoping for a game closer than that. Bad Batch have some work to do if they are going to win this next game.
You freaking blaze through the middle, and then you got and then you got point blank something because you're blazing through the middle.
A lot of fans of Bad Batch in the chat. Now Bad Batch needs to win this next round to tie the set 2-2. Now in the best of 4 set, if the teams are tied 2-2 by the end of it, the final round will be a sudden death team deathmatch, single life round, and we have some awesome effects introduced to the Tactical Tag Arena this season. In case that happens, we went and we saw it last round with Infrared versus Blue Cheese, and if Bad Batch are here to win and are here to pull this off, we're gonna see it again.
Listen, guys, hey, the refs are gonna call on stuff, but like I said, like just your morale alone, or the fact that you're like, if it happens and you're like, oh dude, my bad, like I knifed you after I died, that was an accident, like my brain, I had a fart, didn't kick in.
Again, this is our King of the Hill stream, 2022 Season 1, Week 6. We are halfway through the season, and it is time for Round 2, meaning the teams are playing each other for the second time. Things are sure to get exciting as all of these teams, as said previously, they've matched up before, and they are exercising new custom strategies against their opponents today. Now, we have this match today, Moonshiners versus Bad Batch. We are in round 4. 2 points to Moonshiners, 1 point to Bad Batch. Maybe that'll turn around. Following this, we have Operation Remnant versus Rebel Scum. And without further ado, let's get right back into the match.
100 points less than you.
The only thing we need to remember is if you get into the middle,
it also just depends
watch
on
for their
who's in there
sniper.
and who gets the flag. There's been a couple times. Well, no, we run in.
Let's go to this ammo. You guys watch right lane. Let's go. Watch the middle. Don't go into the middle.
Right off the bat, wouldn't expect anything less. Both teams rush directly to the point. Moonshiners are able to grab it straight away, but most of them are hurt pretty severely in the ensuing firefight. Multiple members of Bad Batch are going down, including Subdued Vapor and Nug. Local Liability, Lethal Lily, and Chief still hanging in there. Unfortunately, Liability getting tagged a couple times is going to go down as a shotgun. That's not without a fight, though, for sure. Shotgun has plenty of HP to trade with other players. Nate the Great and Flamingo King going down for for Moonshiners. Mr. Moon going down as well, unfortunately. Now, Moonshiners have the point. All they have to do is hold on to it, get those bodies on point, capture it, and then establish a perimeter. And here you see them doing it to a degree, but if they really want to capitalize on the advantages that they have in map knowledge over Bad Batch, they should be working those angles as much as possible. Now, Mr. Moon finding themselves in a little bit of trouble against some members of Bad Batch, maybe a little bit of confusion there as to the rules. Unfortunately, we have lost Snug's camera here in the casting booth for a moment. But the clock is ticking, and Moonshiners do have the point. Awesome Possum running low on HP and now running low on life as they are sent back to the respawn point. Theron, unfortunately, sent back as well. The Flamingo King
charges in with a 3-2 KD ratio, unfortunately reduced to 3-3, and Nate the Great is going down as well. Moonshiners are being defeated handily in combat by Bad Batch, but Bad Batch seemingly refuses to play the point. Nug and Local Liability going down on Bad Batch, but if you look at the scoreboard, Bad Batch is performing handily against Moonshiners.
I'm getting assault. Wait, pistol can hit me from there? Oh, it's a...
Mr. Moon charging onto the point, swapping it over to blue team. Bad Batch racking up points of their own, however, are closing that gap quickly. 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, and this is a very close game. If Bad Batch want to take this to the team deathmatch, they need to secure this quickly. Looking at Mr. Moon rotating back into the center room, getting tagged out. Unfortunately, it looks like we have lost both cameras at this time. So we just have the scoreboard for the time being. With 8 minutes left, it looks like Moonshiners have a slight lead over Bad Batch. Really, 100 points is 1 minute, so Moonshiner's lead is not as drastic as one would expect. Bad Batch appearing to have taken the hill back. The clock is ticking down now. And Bad Batch have plenty of time to win the match. However, the match timer is quickly reaching a point where the players will be unable to win by score limit. This is interesting because in situations like that, it can really come down to the wire. Moonshiners appearing to have taken the point back up to 215 points, a little over 2 minutes of capture time. Bad Batch standing their ground in combat. Lethal Lily with a 3-1 KD ratio and Chief with a 4-2 KD ratio. And it looks like the support, Assault, and Shotgun are doing their best to meet shield their teammates to the front lines so they can capture that point. Now again, unfortunately, we don't have any camera feed here from the casting booth, but it does look like Moonshiners are being pushed down by Bad Batch. You can hear quite the commotion upstairs from the casting booth. 3 members of Bad Batch going to go down in the meantime. You see Nug having an odd number of HP. That is due to bleed damage. That is Tactical Tag's way of handling damage from multiple opponents at the same time. When you take damage from multiple opponents, you will begin to accumulate bleed damage, which is a damage over time effect that negates most of your healing. Moonshiners up to 300 points. Bad Batch up to 200 points. The score disparity is not that much. Bad Batch have a chance. Anything could happen. They have shown that they were able to handle Moonshiners quite readily in the first round. Looking at the scoreboard, watching the kill-death ratios just climb and climb and climb. Hardpoint is a brutal game mode with players frantically running back and forth. A lot of Hardpoint is making sure that you are dying on the point and making sure that you are present there on the objective. And the kill count racks up quickly. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Moonshiners just a little over a minute away from victory, but Bad Batch, hot on their heels, has the point right now, and the clock is ticking. How long can they hold it for? Bad Batch are certainly a team capable of pulling off a comeback in this situation. They just have to anchor themselves to that center room and keep Moonshiners at bay. Shout out to the shotgun players. Local Liability, with a 6 kill and 15 death ratio, is likely just throwing themselves on the point, being one of the tankiest players. Local Liability is able to throw themselves onto the point and act as a shield for other players pushing onto the point. In hardpoint, it really is just about who can put the most hit points on the point and who can secure it once you have it. Now, if I was Bad Batch, I would be looking at strategies where you capture the point and maneuver off of it in order to catch Moonshiners off guard at awkward angles. Moonshiners being a team known for their consistent aggressive pushes when they decide to do so. However, it looks like that may not be enough as the clock ticks up and Moonshiners are dangerously close to winning the match. Any second now, the victory tone could be played, but Bad Batch have captured the objective back, and the clock is ticking. Bad Batch likely unaware that they are dangerously close to losing the game. If Moonshiners captures it back even a single time, it is all over. And that is it. Moonshiners, with a score of 503, is slightly above the 500 required to win the round. So Moonshiners are going to take round 4 and the set. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any camera feed for you, so we are going to cut over directly to our 3-minute sponsors. 4 minutes, apparently. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the content that you are seeing, drop a like, a comment, or a subscription. It really does help us out a lot. If you're interested in getting involved or playing in the Tactical Tag League, you yourself can appear on camera. Go ahead and visit our website at Tactical Tag Yakima. We'll be right with you. With the post-game interview.
All
Quite
right.
a bit of slamming into stuff goes around.
All right, everybody. I am Flow Step here, joined today by both Bad Batch and Moonshiners. Wow, what a match. First off, that was exciting. I definitely had fun casting it. Unfortunately, we did lose your cameras during that last round, so we're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
So we
because
should rerun it for the gameplay.
I'm sure that the audience wants to know more about that, but let's get into your first thoughts after the match has concluded. Is there anything that you want to get off your chest right now?
There's quite a bit of running around. I feel like we hit each other a lot. Like that just ended up happening.
A ton.
Yeah. So that was kind of a bummer. We worked on that, and just it happened less in the later rounds. But first few rounds, we were bumping into each other a lot, which did give us some negative points. But we were already losing at that point, so it didn't really matter.
So I think both teams knew we were pretty evenly matched coming into the week, so it was pretty high energy. I think both teams are pretty pumped to play tonight.
And this was an exciting match. We had a lot of audience participation, a lot of excitement from the audience. A lot of shout-outs for both teams, for Bad Batch, for Moonshiners. You guys did great, and this was a fun match to watch.
We had a lot of fun playing you guys. And,
definitely one of the funnest teams.
Good teamwork, guys.
Yeah. Even though we lost, they're a fun team to play.
I kept running into people that make it very difficult for shotgun. Like pistols makes it hard to go with shotgun. I kept running into the sniper with shotgun is a mess. So
I tried to shoot you once, but
yeah,
I missed, so that was good.
If I were even a second slower, local liability would have killed me like multiple times.
And every week it never fails me and our SMG. He finds a way to shoot me for some reason.
Yeah.
And so talking,
it's okay.
Yeah.
Talking about the shotgun, you were saying it was a very difficult weapon to play, and actually we went where it was mentioned in the casting booth during that match that the shotgun is a trickier peek and shoot kind of weapon. It has a peek and shoot dynamic to it that it really wants to be able to win those trades. What classes give the shotgun trouble and why?
So I, being the shotgun, realize that I have to peek and shoot. Like you said, I shoot and try to run away almost. And pistol and sniper have a little bit more health than the rest of the classes, so they can take.
I have 75.
Well,
I have the least.
Pistol and I think SMG has more, but
Pistol and shotgun have the most.
Yeah, I put it all over the place. That's usually the people I run into is the ones that I have to shoot a couple more times, and they're smart. And when I'm running away, they chase after me, which makes it hard too. So I can't get I gotta get my gun cocked fast enough to shoot again, but I usually die.
I was doing the same thing. I would be shooting, and then I'd start running away, and I would until finally on the last couple of rounds, I realized if I just sit in the base, make sure I'm next to cover, I'll be able to hold this peak, take the shot, go around, peek again, take a shot, go around.
Right. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to sneak around your guys' ammo, try to creep into your spawn and do something.
Yeah, that was you popped up behind us a lot.
Yeah, you got me a couple times, but then other times I saw you
dang knife.
Just through the netting on the stairs. I saw your head, and I saw you go by the Jeep once. I was like,
great knife gameplay, by the way. There were a few knife kills that we caught on camera. How do you guys feel about the knife? Since the knife was mentioned,
it feels frustrating sometimes.
As a sniper,
I love the knife.
I feel like if we could cut down the range of the knife a little, that'd be great. Because there's some of it feels like Commando Pro on Call of Duty.
Pretty long range. They say the knife's
killed very many times.
I mean, you can't throw a knife, so.
Well, they say the knife's maximum range is probably about 2.5 to 3 feet, but it feels inconsistent at those ranges. Does that feel about right?
Sometimes I'm here and I don't hit him. Sometimes I'm here and I hit him.
I feel like it's just situational. Sometimes it works in my favor. Sometimes it
works
in their
until
favor.
It works.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fine infrared beam. I have to
I button spam it whenever I we come on practice nights or whatever.
Right on. And as a sniper, what's the optimal technique for employing the knife? Like, when do you switch to the knife? Do you hear a push coming, or?
If it's in my pocket and I see someone getting close, from a ways, I'll prepare my knife. But a lot of the time, it's in my hand backwards with my gun resting on my wrist, so I can just point and hit the button with my pinky and get somebody if I need to.
There was one point where I creeped up into his spawn, and he actually went to knife me, and I moved his hand out of the way, but he still knifed me before I could get the kill.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Now,
ninja tactics.
I tried.
Now
there
was lots of good equipment usage that match. Was there a grenade that killed everybody?
I think you killed.
I managed to kill myself more than I killed other people with the grenade because I don't know what it is with the grenade, but it'll bounce off walls and kill me even in cover. So
It has no mercy. It doesn't care. You flip a coin, and sometimes the grenade gets you.
You gonna join us again?
Yeah, and if the knife wasn't restricted to defensive purposes,
You'd be more.
I might be tempted to bring a sling of some kind and put my gun on my back and just run around knifing people.
I believe that's what
it's
happened.
Tempting, but
I think that's what happened last year with a few teams, and that's why they kind of made it.
Yeah.
Right, and
in the rule book.
Of course, the reminder is, and I remind the audience of this almost every time that there's a knife kill, but when, of course, when a knife kill is made, then it doesn't count towards your total, and it only subtracts the 1 point for the death. So a knife kill or a grenade kill, for that matter, is only worth about a third as much of a regular kill on the scoreboard. That being said, disabling a player for 10 seconds or however long it takes them to respawn, that's still pretty valuable.
However, with the grenade, if you can get more than a couple people, then it's worth it.
Absolutely,
at that point,
and the
score-wise.
if you can drop that grenade onto the tower or onto the hill and eliminate 3 members of the enemy team, you're getting that thing for free.
Unless you kill yourself.
Another suggestion, maybe cut down the damage on the knife, because I feel like a shotgun blast would do more damage than like a stab. So maybe if the knife took 2 hits or something.
Well, at a close range, like cut
I mean, if you cut my throat, but
I think the knife should be its own class entirely. So
the guy runs around with 2 knives and
just melees people. That would be pretty interesting.
These are actually all of these interviews are in fact watched and posted. We do take all of the player suggestions into consideration. So we will actually be looking into the knife, I'm sure, in the future, as its range, I know for a fact, is a focal point of balance for a lot of people. So maybe if that is dialed back a little bit, a lot more players will be happy. Is there anything you wanted to add before we move on into our next game? Because it does look like we have the next players moving out into the spawn.
Not really.
We should just end it, that way we can get out of there.
I just know going into this match, both of our teams were.
You guys are a fun team to play against.
Yeah, because we're all so close.
Because you're not blue cheese or infrared, so there's not the impending doom of annihilation.
For
It's
everybody
an
out
even
there in
playing field.
Ethernet land, come down and support. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Come down here and
thanks
check
to the
it
wife
out.
for sharing it.
Now, going into this match, both of our teams were like exactly tied. If you counted game by game wins, and they had just beat us the week before, so we were all anxious to win, and they kind of put us down again. So it is what it is.
Holding that 4 spot tight.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for the great game, for the great watch. But it looks like we have another game beginning right now as Rebel Scum and Operation Remnant are going to get into it. We'll be right with you. And again, that was Bad Batch and Moonshiners with our post-match interview. But enough about Bad Batch and Moonshiners. We are into Operation Remnant versus Rebel Scum. A little late to the draw on that one, unfortunately, but now we are into it. Operation Remnant with 3 points to Rebel Scum, 0 points. Only 1, now 2 kills ahead. Sloan Ketter snagging a kill through a dangerous angle. Now, we don't have the helmet cams on the appropriate names yet. We are going to go ahead and get that switched as soon as possible.
What'd you see, Riker? What'd you see? Was gonna use the grenade. Took too long looking at it. Everything okay? Okay. Jason, I'm coming up.
Jason, you want to go down
Again,
here?
interesting gameplay from both sides. We have Operation Remnant players pushing up the left-hand side now, holding multiple angles, and members of Rebel Scum tied up at their ammo box. Operation Remnant off to an early lead, 14 to -4. We still have a little over half of the match left, and this could go anybody's way. Only 2 team kills separate Rebel Scum from Operation Remnant's score.
He's charging in.
Yeah, one shot left. Yeah, one shot left. Did I get him over there?
This one?
All right, and we are back. Sorry for the delay. Mike Honcho now rotating around the left-hand side. Now, Operation Remnant finding themselves in a pretty good spot right now. Sloan Ketter with a clean 3-0 kill-death ratio. Skydevil with 2-0 kills to their own name. Rebel Scum is in a bit of trouble as Captain Awesome is the only person with a positive kill-death ratio. I stand corrected, however. Bing Bong finds a 1-to-1 kill-death ratio themselves. Now, Engineer, and it looks like Engineer is formulating a push up into Blue spawn from the middle room. This is an odd position. We don't normally see people lingering in that tunnel, but it works out on that balcony area. An interesting angle. Engineer looking to get a couple cheeky kills, but isn't really going to find them. Somebody charging up the stairs. Engineer takes one quick pot shot. Unknown if they found the kill. Mike Honcho remaining downstairs, going to go ahead and flank back up those blue stairs.
Are they all downstairs now?
And finding nothing there as well. Operation Remnant 20-0. Quite handily managing this game.
Sniper's right around that corner. Watch out. Back up. He almost got me. Reloading. Okay, good.
Hey, let's move upstairs.
Low on health. They're on the right stairs. 3 of them on right stairs. They're on the right stairs. Michael, will you put... Down this way. Get him. Get him. Finish him off. Nice job. You got him. Nice, man.
Operation Remnant having widened that gap, not by much, actually by nothing at all, 25-5 over the last couple of minutes. It looks like with 30 seconds left, Rebel Scum do have a chance to come back, but it is a slim window of opportunity. Mike Honcho finding a rotation back to base. Johnny Hopkins on dangerously low HP. The engineer peeking over those stairs. It's unknown if they're finding any targets. Most members of Rebel Scum are hurt right now and unable to fight at full effectiveness, but it doesn't matter. The round is going to end and Operation Remnant are going to take it 27-3. Now in a game of tactical tag, 27-3 is not a gigantic score disparity. That's usually about 2 team kills worth of points. So in a situation like that, Rebel Scum could have recognized that they were behind and made a couple of aggressive pushes to formulate a comeback. However, both of these teams are relatively inexperienced. And it is unlikely that Rebel Scum knew that the match was about to end, as the players are not given any kind of reminder unless it is the sudden death match.
Captain Awesome, that is very awesome.
Do what?
Talk when you're dead. Talk when you're dead.
Better? Yeah, it's a lot better. 27-3. I still was minus points.
Oh, we're gonna swap.
Cause shotgun, kind of like you have to push with it.
You can't shoot through what?
I died once. Zero. -1. You didn't kill anyone? No.
All right, and we're going to go ahead and mute one headset just to avoid a little bit of that commotion.
Because it does like half their damage.
Okay, well, let's you and me stick together.
Now, it looks like the engineer's headset is offline. We're going to go ahead and transfer over to the 3-minute sponsors. We figure out what's up with that. Or actually, it looks like it's just been set down and covered. Meaning we are getting the audio from Mike Honcho's headset currently.
Yes, sir!
All right, the players shouting like they are here to win. But in the meantime, we are going to go ahead and give a couple moments to our sponsors in between team deathmatch rounds. Again, just a quick shout out before they get into their match. We are excited to announce that we have a few more local businesses who have chosen to sponsor our league and our awesome players. Those include the Olde Farmhouse Cookie Company and The Tap. We would also like to thank our existing sponsors, Lone Star Ranch House Restaurant, Ray's Retail Meats, Yakima Family Fun Center, Design 47, The Barn Door, and The Range. Thank you again for all of your continued support. We could not do this without you. It means so much to the players. Without further ado, team deathmatch.
Just turn this corner. Watch up here.
Where? This way? Hey, I'm gonna take stairs. Look. Hey, I see him downstairs. Moving left side. Moving left side.
Watch out. Up this way. I don't have the range to do this. I have to be on the same level as them. Jake, where'd you go? Jake, I don't have the range to be on a different level, and then I gotta go up.
Riker, my gun doesn't have enough range. Shoot right over top. Okay, good. This gun can't shoot that far.
Watch this way.
Operation Remnant scoring the first kill via Johnny Hopkins. Unfortunately, Johnny is going to fall straight away, but Brutorian cleans up another kill. Engineer on those stairs, threatened by Mike Honcho, is not going to go down, but is tagged down to 30 HP. That is a massive blow. If you're the shotgun player, you're going to take a minute to heal that back up. If I'm the engineer, I'm looking for I Am Groot right now for a heal. Mike Honcho senses that there's some more danger down those stairs, and he would be correct. Multiple members of Rebel Scum are waiting for a push down those blue stairs. Members of Rebel Scum falling back onto a tried and true strategy that they have utilized in the past, playing very defensively on the bottom side as Blue. This has its advantages, as Blue is generally considered to be the stronger side when playing downstairs. However, Rebel Scum are going to need to step up their game and play a little bit more aggressively if they are going to close the gap in score. Operation Remnant now up 7 to -1. It's only a couple of kills. Rebel Scum have plenty of opportunities to fire back. Taking up defensive positions downstairs, looking for any angle. The engineer finding that angle on the top right of their cam there a moment ago. That is a very, very dangerous angle. Mike Honcho finding a nice shot, gonna rotate around after taking a little bit of damage. Not too much though, Mike Honcho is still hanging in there. Engineer pushing up the right-hand side, gonna run into members of Operation Remnant. If they push too far, and that is going to be it. One member is going to fall, and multiple other members, they are behind. Just shelling damage in there.
Dang it, my grenade's broken.
And Operation Remnant is going to pull their lead a little bit further, even though Rebel Scum had a beautiful flank there. Unfortunate, Johnny Hopkins going off. 5-1, Brutorian 4-1. Operation Remnant doing a great job of keeping the Rebel Scum under control.
I wasn't dead yet.
Engineer finding themselves in a little bit of trouble, able to kind of wiggle their way out of it. Rebel Scum not taking too many casualties right now, but that score gap is widening slowly. Operation Remnant are still a threat, and Rebel Scum's scores start to look like a leaky boat.
Got 5.
Looking over at Johnny Hopkins' score of 7-2, pretty impressive coming from an assault player. Typically, assault players have tighter kill-death ratios, closer to like 5. Like an average assault player would probably be performing 6 and 5 right now, but not Johnny Hopkins, not today, showing that their survivability is on point. Unfortunately, Johnny Hopkins tagged out, possibly by a sniper shot. It looked to be instant. Slow Ketter, speaking of snipers, 2-0, hasn't found a death yet. Neither has Mike Honcho, our man on the camera. Looking over at Rebel Scum, Engineer pushing up the right-hand side, looking for a little bit of excitement. Thirsty for a kill, pushing in, finds an angle. Somebody turns around. It's not going to be enough. Engineer finding another kill, looping around the outside, showing that mobility is key, but Engineer is shot down. The Goose at 15 HP barely survives that last gunfight.
What?
Rebel Scum are in a dangerous position with less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. They're running out of time to make a comeback, but the time is still there, and it is still possible. Operation Remnant now flanking around the left-hand side. You see Mike Honcho coming around that left-hand wall, pushing through those barrels. That corner is a very strong position on the blue side of the map. That is exactly where you want to be. And Mike Honcho catches somebody out of position as one member of Rebel Scum, notably I Am Group, pushes into the corner, thinking they're safe, running directly face first into Mike Honcho's shotgun.
Wrong place to ask for it.
A beautiful game here by Operation Remnant. If I'm on their team, I would be pretty proud of this one. Taking down Rebel Scum pretty cleanly. Rebel Scum, however, putting up a very good fight. But a very good fight is not going to be enough against a performance like the one we are seeing today. Operation Remnant showing us that they have been practicing and they are here to win. There's a minute left. Rebel Scum's window of opportunity is closing quickly, if not already closed. It looks as though Operation Remnant will pretty handily take round 2. Now, the hardpoint game mode is an entire different beast. So we could see some surprises from Rebel Scum, and that's what they are going to have to hope for. Meanwhile, this round is still going on, but it is, for the most part, over for Rebel Scum. Now, the players are unable to see how much time is remaining in the round, so they are going to battle it out to the end, but we, as the viewers, know that Rebel Scum is doomed here. And that is going to tie up this round. Operation Remnant is going to take down Rebel Scum 40 to -1 quite handily in round 1. We're going to go ahead and mute one headset here and give you an ear as to the players' reactions to the scoreboard.
+3, that's what I'm talking about.
There was like 4 of you guys in the room, and I was like, perfect opportunity. Wait, what was wrong with your game? It wouldn't work. It just didn't do it. And then I was like, okay, this is a dud. I set it on the window in the respawn, and then it randomly blew up a minute later. So,
did it kill you?
What an exciting round, folks. We are going to quickly transfer over and give our sponsors the screen for a couple of moments. Again, we would like to thank our latest sponsors, Olde Farmhouse Cookie Company and The Tap. Thank you so much for helping make this program happen and for helping make sure that we could give these Tactical Tag League players as fun an experience as possible. We will be right with you with the hardpoint rules after a short break. All right, hello everybody, and we are back. The players are being briefed over the hardpoint rules, and very shortly the viewership will be too as we dive into that. The hardpoint rules are relatively simple. It is a head-to-head, first team to 5 minutes of capture time wins. Players must work as a team to capture the hardpoint and hold it to accumulate 5 minutes. It works functionally similar to a chess clock that is turned over by the players firing down onto it from very short range. Now, the flag, or the hardpoint, looks like a small tower or totem that glows in the center of the topmost center room of the tactical tag arena. The players will be fighting as hard as they can over this position. Now, equipment rules are the same for the hardpoint alternative mode. The sniper will wield a knife, the demolition will have a grenade, and the medic will have a med kit. And I imagine those players are probably running relatively short on charges right about now. Unlimited respawns, all respawns will be active, and a game time of 11 minutes means there is tons of time for players to adapt their strategies. This is a very exciting game type. We see lots of different strategies, fast-paced, aggressive ones, and slower, more methodical defensive strategies. Now, hardpoint is an interesting mode because it is more so about presence in a singular location. So a lot of the player's objective is to simply die on point as many times as possible and make sure that it is very difficult for your opponents to capture the hard point. And without further delay, we are going to get into the gameplay as the players are transitioning to their spawn points.
What's that? How many deaths do we get? Unlimited. Yeah, it's in the middle. You hit it. Okay. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7.
They are? We unlimited.
We are off already. Mike Honcho up the right-hand side, and it looks like Rebel Scum have captured a little bit of the objective so far. Operation Remnant are able to turn it back, but the grenade is out. Massively dangerous for multiple members of Operation Remnant and Rebel Scum, tossing the grenade directly onto the point like that, but it looks like it may have paid off. Operation Remnant are losing their lead. Rebel Scum up 20 points. 33 points. 10 minutes left in the match, only a minute in. Rebel Scum are off to a solid start. It looks like they are here to win. I know we discussed earlier that we would see surprises in this team death or this hard point round, and it looks like Rebel Scum are here to surprise, as after being defeated so handily in the team deathmatch rounds, they are firing back by controlling the hard point.
You're on candid camera. Jeez, sniper got me.
Rebel Scum, first team to breach 100 points, are doing a great job of keeping that objective held down. You can see now Engineer covering another teammate, pushing in to convert the point, and Rebel Scum are going to grab it straight back from Operation Remnant, who are only able to grab about 10 points. Now, as far as the scoring goes, each 100 points is equivalent to 1 minute. So you can see Rebel Scum are closing in now on holding the point for 2 minutes. It is required that each team holds the point for 5 minutes in order to win. That tower in the center continuing to tick up like a chess clock. It switches over to your team when you shoot it. The teams are doing everything they can to make sure that they are dying on the point, piling the bodies up in the center, making sure that control of the objective is theirs. Lots and lots of combat in the center. You see Mike Honcho tagged out almost immediately. Engineer coming around the left-hand side of the spawn. Pushing in now, finding a target. One tap to the forehead is going to take it. Misses the second shot, unfortunately. That would have confirmed the kill, but big damage anyway from Engineer, who is firing into the center. Again, the center point is just a meat grinder, and it is about throwing as many people as you can onto that tower in order to keep it on your side. Once that tower is your color, then you can pull off of the objective and begin to defend your keep.
Push.
7 minutes remaining. We are a little over 4 minutes into the match, and Rebel Scum have a lead over Operation Remnant. If you were watching the last 2 matches, this should come across as quite a surprise. Now, Engineer pushing in towards the objective. He's going to fire down onto it. It's going to begin converting over to Rebel Scum's team. However, Operation Remnant fires straight back and capture it. Mike Honcho finding himself in a little bit of trouble. Small bit of head bobbing going on for Mike Honcho, attempting a jump shot, but does confirm the kill. A difficult shot from Mike Honcho, but no problem for a skilled shotgun player such as himself. Now the shotgun, as we explained in the last interview, the shotgun is a very difficult weapon to use, and watching Mike Honcho use it so effectively is impressive in its own right from Operation Remnant. Watching him exercise the very powerful peak shots that the shotgun has available, able to do a massive amount of damage instantly and then retreat back behind cover. And having more health than most of the other classes, the shotgun is able to reliably trade against any class at close to medium range, as long as you can keep something in between you and your target. Rebel Scum now up to 300 points. Operation Remnant able to close that gap a little bit, but it's not quite enough. Shout out to Captain Awesome, who has scored more points than any other member of their team. Now the points are awarded to the player that did convert the hill. So whichever player got there and shot down onto it to flip the clock. Unfortunately, we've lost the Engineer's camera for the time being, but Mike Honcho's camera is still working just fine. Unfortunately, we have been having issues with the camera tonight just a little bit. This is a particularly active activity, so it's not uncommon for something to happen where the camera has become frozen or dismounted. Rebel Scum up to 370 points. Widening that gap a little bit further. They're going to make it to 400 at this rate. Mike Honcho is holding down that center point. Multiple members now pushing in, though, from Operation Remnant, and they are going to snatch that point straight back. Unfortunately, we don't have Engineer's view, so we can't see what Rebel Scum are up to, but we can see that Engineer is currently respawning, and Captain Awesome is as well. I Am Groot is in some trouble. Operation Remnant snagging that point straight back. Johnny Hopkins firing down onto the point and converting it there. You can watch it turn from green to blue. Operation Remnant now have a solid defensive position, and if I were Rebel Scum, I would be a little bit worried about what's going on. However, Mike Honcho is going to be ambushed from behind by a member of Rebel Scum, and it looks like that tower turned green for a moment and was ticking towards Rebel Scum. However, Operation Remnant are closing that gap, 346 to 404. Only a few more seconds until they are caught up to Rebel Scum. Rebel Scum needs to do something now. They only need to hold that point for 1 more minute, and it looks like they were able to try to convert it, but Operation Remnant fires right back. Now, there is a small delay where the timer is not ticking when you shoot the timer, and while it is converting. So if the timer keeps flipping back and forth, it can be stalled out. Rebel Scum with a slight lead over Operation Remnant. It's coming down to the wire. Rebel Scum able to capture the point back. They are gaining points. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Things are looking dangerous for Operation Remnant. The players do not have access to a scoreboard or to a timer. So they are going to play as hard as they can, but they have no way of knowing how close the match is. Rebel Scum is only seconds away from winning. If they look at the tower, the only way to see the score is on top of the tower.
Hey, we gotta do charging.
Rebel Scum at 471 is frighteningly close to taking this versus Operation Remnant. They are not going to have the easy game that they thought they would have. Rebel Scum is fighting back, coming back in the hardpoint round.
You just walked in my path.
But Operation Remnant snatches the hardpoint back at the last second, and their timer is ticking up. Rebel Scum is in trouble. It is so close. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left, Rebel Scum have to swap the point immediately and hold it for only a few more seconds to win the match. But Operation Remnant is dangerously close to snatching this win out from under Rebel Scum. Only 1 minute 15 left, but this game is not going to last that long. Rebel Scum able to flip the tower back. Only a couple seconds until the match ends, but Remnant grabs it back. Rebel Scum only needs a couple more points. They need to get on there now and hold it for just a moment. It is unbelievably close. And it appears the match has ended in Rebel Scum's favor. Wow. Rebel Scum barely able to clutch a gigantic win. They needed this win to stay in the set, and they got it. Now, if Rebel Scum wins one more round of Hardpoint, they will be carried over to the Hardcore Team Deathmatch round. And the Hardcore Team Deathmatch round is an intense, one-life firefight, usually played in the dark. So that'll be very exciting if we get to see that, but Rebel Scum has to earn it. They need to take down this next round, which they are fully capable of doing.
Holy cow, that was close.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good.
We have 50 more seconds left, too. You see that one?
So, if I didn't look at the point, I don't know if you guys got a peek at it, but literally that's within seconds, guys. Like, that's literally probably like 4 minutes and 56 seconds to 5 minutes. That was a close game. Good job, good job.
Also, sniper in the back was
Aggressively knifer.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Sit down.
Theirs was doing it too. He chased me halfway through a hallway with his.
Guys, snipers are not supposed to be chasing. That's not what the knife is for. That is a defensive tactic. And pistol, point blank, not you, this pistol. Watch out for the point blanks there, Skydouble, okay? Trying to shoot people from a distance, man.
We gotta do a hard side.
Yeah, no, it was what
That was the easy side.
Good job, guys.
I like that. Running by someone up around the corner, so it's getting distance. Right there.
What was the other one? Oh, we went engineer, come over here real quick. Oh, are you in trouble? Is he running trouble? Is he running out of battery? I'm not a good engineer. How many shots did you take? More than 2, I felt that he was 3. He got at least 2 because he killed 2 people. Were they ours? I think so. It wasn't me.
Would you go over and shoot the
Very exciting gameplay from our players. That was a match that was way too close for comfort for Rebel Scum. However, one of their first round victories of the season. So congratulations to Rebel Scum for doing a great job holding down Operation Remnant. It looks like we have one helmet cam down, so we are going to go ahead and transfer the screen over to our sponsors for just a moment so that we can get that fixed. Again, if you like what you are seeing, drop a like, a comment, and a subscription if we've earned it. Share us with as many people as you like. It really does help us out a lot. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors for making this a possibility. Without further delay, we are going to transition back to our players' helmet cams as they are moving back to their spawning locations. Now, Rebel Scum pulling off a win against Operation Remnant there. That was tricky, but they were barely able to make it. If they want to pull off something similar in the future, they need to make a push as a unit onto the point, capture it, and hold it. Rebel Scum being a rookie team to the season, or a rookie team to the league this season, often has a small amount of difficulty with their team cohesion. However, you can see here that their skills have improved greatly, putting up a fight against Operation Remnant. Mike Honcho pushing into the point, ready to capture it back. Looks like one member of Operation Remnant was hiding. Sky Devil there is tagged out. Mike Honcho looking to push members of Rebel Scum that are hanging out over there on Blue Point. Johnny Hopkins, or it looks like Mike Honcho was maybe tagged out but immediately respawned. Mike Honcho now rotating back to the fight. We have here another close game. Rebel Scum going to rotate around and capture the point. There's a great strategy running directly through, capturing the point, and getting off of that objective. It is extremely dangerous to linger in that hallway for too long. Engineer doing a great job holding down that ammo. Waiting for opportunities to do massive damage with that shotgun. Mike Honcho is going to push in through that doorway. On the left-hand side, pointing in the Engineer's direction. Engineer is stepping into a death trap if they step through that door. Grenade is armed and in. Engineer has thrown the nade, and it is unknown how many people it eliminated, but the answer is probably a few. Operation Remnant going to swing through and snag that objective back, but they are behind, and Rebel Scum has a slight lead. They don't have much time to hold it, however, as that clock is ticking for Operation Remnant. Now, Rebel Scum, about to break 1 minute of capture time, are doing quite well for themselves here in the hardpoint objective mode. Looking at Mike Honcho on the left-hand side, respawning with the remainder of the team and formulating a push. Coming through the door on the right-hand side. It's a dangerous spot if you see all those people over there on the doorway, but Mike Honcho just braves it and resets the tower over to green spawn. The tower is flipped to blue. Mike Honcho flips it back to green. Now Rebel Scum find themselves in a little bit of trouble as they have to get that point back immediately before they lose their lead. 8 minutes remaining, and Operation Remnant takes the lead. But we've seen Rebel Scum take a round on them, and we've seen Rebel Scum come back from a small point deficit versus Operation Remnant. They are almost there. All they need is one push in order to take it. Mike Honcho, coming up the left-hand side, is going to push into the center room, looking for an opponent, about to find Engineer if he's not paying attention. Engineer finds somebody else, ducks directly out, unfortunately is killed in that exchange. Operation Remnant takes the point back up to 2 minutes now. Things are looking dangerous for Rebel Scum if they aren't able to capture this point and hold it as soon as possible. They did a great job that first round of keeping Operation Remnant at bay, but it looks like this time around they're having some more trouble. Captain Awesome is going to go down. Goose is going to go down. I Am Groot is going to go down. These large death totals are not necessarily a bad thing in hardpoint when a solid strategy is just to throw as many bodies on the point as possible. Mike Honcho and others gearing up to suppress blue team at their spawn. It looks like somebody charges in and is immediately eliminated. Operation Remnant doing a great job holding down that green point. Now Rebel Scum are in a bit of trouble unless they're able to get in there, but look at their HP totals. They are very, very low on HP, and that is going to provide them difficulty when formulating a push. If they are sent back, it is going to require that many more seconds in order for them to push and give that many more points to Operation Remnant. We're seeing that here as multiple members of Rebel Scum were eliminated in that last engagement. Now, Operation Remnant aren't doing so well themselves. Most of their teammates are relatively low on HP. Brutorian is going to go down. Mike Honcho finds a little bit of trouble, but forces them back. Engineer coming around the right-hand side is going to push through that door and find Mike Honcho and others waiting. Unfortunate for the Engineer, sent back immediately upon passing through that door. I Am Groot trying to flank onto the point and get a cheeky kill. Doesn't get the kill, and unfortunately doesn't really get to the point either. Rebel Scum needs to group up and push as a team if they are going to win this match. A little more than 5 minutes left. Mike Honcho and Johnny Hopkins going to go down simultaneously. Sloan Ketter is going to follow shortly after. Multiple members of Operation Remnant being pushed back is good news for Rebel Scum. They are able to take the point back, and now they could begin their comeback, but they are running very short on time to stop Operation Remnant. They're going to have to hold the point for nearly the entire remainder of the game. Mike Honcho pushing back onto the point, recapturing it. Engineer got forced off and is caught in a gunfight with multiple people around that barrel. Engineer sent back once more, but not for being dead, unfortunately. For Operation Remnant, Engineer was merely low on health and is going to push onto the point and recapture it while bleeding out at 19 HP. The bravery on Engineer. Rebel Scum narrowly saved from defeat by Engineer's assault onto the point there. Operation Remnant, however, swing back onto it and capture it again. And we are only a few more moments away from an Operation Remnant victory, unless Rebel Scum can capture the point right now. And unfortunately, it is too late. Operation Remnant are going to best Rebel Scum at hardpoint. That is a 3-1 victory for Operation Remnant. Rebel Scum were able to take a hardpoint round on them. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned, and we will catch you all with the post-match interview shortly.
this request?
Yeah. And we are back. Flow Step here with a post-match interview. I am joined by the entirety of Operation Remnant. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Not going to the gym tonight?
No?
Tired.
That was quite the match. They made you guys work for it, for sure.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Let's talk about your immediate thoughts following the match. Is there anything you guys wanted to interject right out the gate?
Never sweated this much in tactical tag.
No?
I like that game because it was like even, but it also wasn't. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was
a lot of action.
It was a very exciting match to watch, and it was an exciting match to cast. That round where Rebel Scum took on you guys. That round that Rebel Scum took on you guys was impressive, to say the least, from them. That was one of their best performances so far, and they fought you guys hard for that. How did you guys feel after that round? Was the thought there like, oh, maybe Rebel Scum is going to make a comeback this time? You know, maybe you'd have to fight the sudden death round, which is pretty exciting this season.
I feel like I was thinking that, and I was like,
we could win the final death.
I heard them. They're like, oh, we're on blue side this time. They've already won. I was like, oh yeah, they don't believe in themselves. I was like, yeah, we got this.
Oh,
that's what I says to myself.
But at one point on this last game, we were holding the flag, and they did a really good flank where all of them just came around and ate us.
A gigantic flank, and we saw that on the stream. I was commenting on that, getting pretty excited, and unfortunately, it wasn't particularly fruitful. That was in that last game.
Yeah, that was in the last game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that wasn't particularly fruitful. You guys dominated that round too, for the most part. But this is, I think, this is the. They gave you a better run for your money than last time.
Oh
right?
Yeah. Last time, this is nothing compared to last time.
When they sat down, if they would have played like this our first game, we wouldn't have beat them.
Yeah, by far, because we didn't know what we were doing first round, and this time we knew what to
do, so. And that's an excellent segue into my next question, which was, you guys have obviously improved quite a bit since you started playing. What did you do as a team to improve as much as you have? What have you been working on?
So every now and then, my dad is a cop, and he would give me some pointers that I would pass along to my team. Like earlier tonight, I was telling them to pie around the corners, stand further back, use the leverage to your advantage, and I think that's what gave us the edge for tonight.
Right on. Some excellent advice for any other tactical taggers out there watching this interview.
Pie the corners.
Pie the corners.
Yep, do that. Yeah.
If you guys had a word of advice to offer any tactical tag players that are new, that are looking to get into the league, what would you say?
Communicate well with your team, kind of figure out what you're best at weapon-wise, class-wise, and whether you're more of an offensive or a defensive, and also communicate with your team.
Right on. Any moments that you guys, anything you wanted to point out about that last match, any moments you wanted to interject before we close out this interview?
Yeah. It was blasting a sniper and sneaking around.
Oh, yeah.
As a sniper, usually we just sit there in the back because we don't want to die. But in that game, it didn't really matter if you die.
Exactly.
So I was all out.
I saw you. You were sneaking over and you were behind their base.
Yeah. And your kill-death ratio shows, actually. You were doing very well. A lot of times, that mode is so much fun because it just devolves into throwing bodies on the point. Yeah. And then, sometimes you're just running through and sprinting past it, getting a shot out on the tower. And it is a joy. I have fun playing it. I know they have fun playing with it, playing that game mode. It was great to watch you guys.
It was a workout.
It was awesome. I think we're all tired, ready to head out here. Oh, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and close out this interview, and with it, the stream. Again, thank you so much for watching.
One other thing. I would like to say happy birthday to my dad. Today is his 39th birthday.
What's his name?
Happy birthday, Uncle Bob.
Mark, happy birthday, Mark.
Uncle Bob, too. Happy birthday.
62 or 61. Can't remember.
Hey, wait. Who we play next? don't remember. It's Moonshiners, right?
Moonshiners.
Yes.
We're coming for you.
The traditional Operation Remnant.
Best sniper in the league.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Moonshiner sniper?
The Moonshiner sniper.
He is good. I
He's
might
for
be number
real.
2 in the
He is the real deal.
Good job. Saw you a couple times.
Awesome.
You're probably the best. I mean, sorry, I'm not the best.
Once again, thank you to all of our viewers. If you like the comment, if you like the content, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and drop a like, a comment, and a subscription, and share it to as many people as you like. It really does help us out a lot. And again, we'll see you next week. Have a great one.